All right, yesterday we only needed, I feel like, a code, not even a half, a code and a sentence to find that this was day 9. So Jenny's going to pull it out of the storybook. See what we have going on today. You have to use every part of this box. We've just seen that. Okay. What is that? A map?
It looks like a cave wall.
Oh, I think you're right. Okay. So, you thought that pretty stable couldn't be more rustic. You are in for a shock. You appear to be in the middle of a cave. Good job, Jay. You look thoughtfully at the massive rocks around you. Fortunately, some light penetrates through a small opening in the rock. It is just a crack, but enough to peer out into the thick snowdrift in front of the cave. Suddenly, you sense a movement. Is that a mammoth? It is indeed, and it's not alone. A whole herd is trudging through the snow out there. Wow, in your head, your thoughts start spinning. You can't believe it. But you're not hallucinating. Obviously, you're not...
That was kind of rhymey.
Kind of. Obviously, you are not only traveling in space, but also in time. You have landed in the distant past. But how is that possible? The tremendous trumpet of a mammoth interrupts your thoughts. Right. You still have a job to do. Yeah, let me hear the trumpet. Concentrate. The passage in front of you is narrow enough that neither you nor one of the mammoths can get in or out. At least you're safe here, so you take a closer look around the cave. In front of you, on the ground, there's a small bowl filled with a red berry mush, possibly some kind of primeval pigment. Further investigation reveals some stone tablets decorated with paintings. One of the walls also appears to be painted. Apparently, someone who was here before you spent a lot of time observing the creatures outside. Not bad artwork at all. You wish you had that kind of talent. Odd that the color still looks so fresh, though. Oh, and there's eight riddle cards.
Like
and
Sherlock.
And are there 8 suns or whatever these are?
I
1,
don't
2,
know.
3,
It's
4,
kinda funny.
5. Yep, there's 8 of those.
It's kind of funny we're on
Okay.
door 9 and there's 8 of them. Wait, oh, this one's going this way now.
It's facing the different direction.
It's the only one that's facing that way.
Oh, that's true.
That's weird.
It's a right-handed door or a left-handed door? All right, people are yelling at you to open up the door. I wonder why it faces that way.
I don't know. Come on.
There's a whole bunch of cards.
Oh, it's bigger now.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's a bigger one.
It's stuck.
They're not stuck. You just have to work at it.
They're the
There's
mammoths.
the cave. And there's the mammoths. Oh, it's cold outside. Let's see. And then on this side, this side is the drawings. 1, 2, 3. And then on the ground is leaves with the berries and the paint. Okay, so there's 3. You see the 3 things there? Okay, and then there's these clues here. Jenny has them in order.
Each of the suns are light up with different pictures. Not in order. I put them in number of cards.
You put them in number order on the cards. Okay.
Maybe you should flip it around for it to be...
All right, we'll be back. What order did you put them in now?
Well, the suns are light up.
I may be way off here, but the first...
I may be way off. My thing was...
Yours was adding the thing, but what... The first one, you can't really see it, but the mammoth is number 1. So maybe we have to follow the motion of the mammoth for the first number. Maybe it makes
it's 6.
What do you mean?
It makes 6.
How does it make 6?
I already did that while you were talking.
The mammoth?
It's like kind of follow the elf on my finger. It's starting here.
It goes
It
up.
goes around the fire. Then it goes all the way up.
Oh, you're making a backwards 6. Okay.
No, 6 goes that way.
Well, usually people draw a 6 top to bottom.
Well, yes.
But you were going bottom.
I know.
Okay.
I'm following that.
All right. So the first number is 6.
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm taking a limb here, to be honest.
No, I think this is good. And this will be the first time we won't have to use a clue.
Maybe.
All right. And now the little steer guy.
He's over here. Let me see.
Let me move your hair.
I know. Oh, it's a 2.
Oh, wait, do it again because I didn't see you.
Oh, because I was figuring it out.
So it's all it's kind of like all backwards.
Something like that.
Normally you write a 2. Typically you write a 2 this way, but Jenny saw that it went this way. Okay.
Because I'm following the animals.
So 6, 2, and then the person's the last one. What number is it? 3.
Oh my gosh, is this?
Did we get it on the first try?
I have the wrong way.
I think you did.
Circle.
Is it? Is it this one?
Yes.
It's circle, hexagon, circle. Well, let me find the page because we didn't use any of the clues. We didn't use any of the clues. Look. I think you're right.
Is Dennis dead?
Yes. Yes. High five.
Oh, and this is the one where the barrel is open.
Okay. So the next one will be when we open up the barrel. Okay. Nice. Well, that was easy. No big deal. Hi there, Jenny and I are at the Ephrata Goodwill. We've been here twice, most recently, and I'm kind of liking it. You never really know what you're going to find. Of course, that happens for any Goodwill. But in the past, this has really been a hit and a big miss. And lately, it's been kind of a hit. There was this whole set of, as you can see, creamer and sugar in a teapot. And when I picked it up, it was surprisingly heavier than I thought. It was in good shape, but you can see that the lid is missing on the teapot and on the sugar bowl there on the right side. And so I did leave that there. I did like the quality of it. It was heavier than I thought. Usually that's really thin ceramic. Here was a whole bunch, 3 handmade pottery mugs. It is marked on the bottom, Edwards Pottery. And they have kind of a mushroom, flower, jellyfish design to them. And because of the handmade nature of them, they are not perfect in the size. They're similar in size. One is a little bit bigger than the other 2. As you can tell from my description, you know I got these. Bundling all 3 of them, I thought that was great. I thought the design was different and unusual, interpretive for the new owner. They can say what they think it is, if it's a mushroom, a flower, or a jellyfish. Moving on into the white section, I saw these stack of plates, and because they are marked on the back of them, I hope I tell you what they are. The music was poppin', and I got a copyright strike when I uploaded a section of this video just to see how loud the music was. Jenny spied this as pottery, and I said, well, that's kind of, you see this a lot. But then I looked up here, and this little brown jug, and then you lift it up, and it's musical, and he goes around. The little brown jug was really cute because that guy rotated on that light post, but it was overwound when I went to try to wind it again, so that was a little bit unfortunate. Jenny's pointing out this cute little puppy dog figurine, and next to it was a studio art pottery. It looks like a little goblet, but there was only one, so I left that there. They also had some other figurines and dolls on the top shelf, and then over here, I wish now looking back, I had gotten that. I have a larger hobbyist piece that we use as part of our Christmas decorations, and I was like, oh look, it's chipped, I'm not going to get it. I wish I kind of had, because it would have been cute on our mantle, but that's okay. This little sign, I'm a Gemini, so I was attracted to that, and then when I turned it over, I noticed it was cracked on the back. I thought it was neat that it was all in Spanish, but unfortunately, with that big crack, I could not resell it. Looking in the back, because you never know what you might find, there was this hand-painted wooden little trinket dish. This figurine had a weird glaze to it. It felt very chipped to it. I don't know if there were a lot of chips on it, but in the hand you could feel like this feels very chipped up to me. So I thought that was different. I thought this was 80s. I was guessing this hobbyist piece was going to be marked 1984, just based on the color and the design of it, but it was actually from 1992. So I was close. Jenny said I was close, but I definitely thought that this was going to be from the 80s. The pie plate that was next to it kind of went with it, the same color, raspberry pink colorway. So you could get 2 things if you wanted to. This box of emergency crayon candles, they had never been used, so I did take the time to look them up on WorthPoint and eBay, because you never know. These might be worth something. They weren't. They were, of course, worth something. Everything is worth something, but they weren't worth $100 million. And I only pick up $100 million boxes of candles. Now this is different. This is a box of rollers, and I was kind of pointing out the graphics to you and talking to Jenny about it, but I did look them up, and then I realized, I didn't realize this before, but that some hot rollers, they sell really well. And I went to the big Goodwill that you'll see in a future video, and there were a set of hot rollers that sell for really good money, but unfortunately it was missing something. I won't ruin it for you, but there is some money in hot roller sets, vintage hot roller sets. Who knew? Anybody need that clown music box? No? Okay. And now we're moving on. Jenny found this cute little mug. She's always finding the cute things. She's my cute detector. If it's a plush animal or a mug and it's cute, she can find it. This was different. This is that push pin art. Looks like a basket, egg-shaped basket. I wasn't quite sure about that. I almost got this set. This is made out of beeswax, and it's the Holy Family. And they have Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus and an angel. And I thought, oh, that's so cool. But you could tell that the wax, something had happened to the wax. But then there was a card saying it blooms with cold and how to fix it if your candles bloom, make that mark. So I thought, oh, I could fix these candles. But then I realized at the very last moment, someone's head had come off, and it was Joseph. Joseph had lost his head. So even though this was neat, and it's a shame that they put them in this bag, they should have put it maybe like in the case up front, and then his head wouldn't have gotten broken. But maybe someone could fix it. If someone knows how to fix wax, I bet that could be an easy fix, maybe. Trying to be positive about it. But it was a shame that it got broken, because that would be a different style of nativity to get. I picked up that plate just because it was shiny and pretty, and it looked kind of vintage to me, so I was checking it out to see if there was any markings on it. I spied this globe on the top shelf, and it looked like it was in really good shape. As a homeschool mom and a former teacher, I do like globes. We do use them in the classroom. Every once in a while, we would haul out the globe, and I'd point out where we were and where we were learning about to my third graders. But this, unfortunately, was broken on the bottom. You can see that it's swinging freely, and I think that's why it was donated to Goodwill. It was in really good shape, and then I was making the earthquake, much to Jenny's embarrassment. Then we turned around, and there was some Easter things, and I thought this was cute. I think it was a little piggy bank, if I remember correctly, and I wanted to see if there was a marking on the bottom. So Jenny is doing a good job filming for me. It was a piggy bank, because I see the little slot on the top there. And then I did a little vignette that rabbit she was reading to the other rabbits. And then, of course, we got this hobbyist cherub to join in on the reading circle. So everyone was happy at Goodwill. It had been a long day. This was our third Goodwill that we had been to that day. So we're getting a little silly. This little bowl is an example of cut to clear. It's red glass, or it might be flash glass in some cases, and then it's etched in, and that's called cut to clear. Coffee time. I felt like I needed this record. Look how happy they all are sitting around the little card table listening to their coffee time record. But I decided not to. This bakery sign was neat. Jenny and I love a good bakery. One of the best bakeries we found was when we were in Springfield, Ohio, and they had this bakery downtown, and they had a cronut, a croissant, and a donut mix. Oh my gosh, it was delicious. It was so, so, so yummy. This was really neat. It looked like forks to me, the design on it, and it had a real vintage look to it. Jenny's holding the camera again. I had a real vintage look to it with those forks on it, and I opened it up and decided to see what the inside looked like. Did the smell test to see if it smelled like old soup. It didn't. And I don't know why. I think I did look it up, and again, it wasn't a huge high price seller, so I did decide to leave that for somebody else. I have sold thermoses in the past, this brand of thermos, but I decided to leave that there. I think this was a votive candle holder that you put up under the shade. Very patriotic looking. I think we're in the blue section. This Ephrata Goodwill, it has a smaller hard goods section, but it reminds me of the Goodwill when we go visit our friend, because it is loaded with stuff. And then look what I found. Some of you might know exactly what this is right away. This is a Last Rites crucifix. So the crucifix on top slides off, and then you usually put candles on either side, and then there's a space for holy water or oils, and then you stick the crucifix like that. And this can be hung on a wall or laid flat. So I decided to get that. I always pick these up when I find them, so I was pretty excited to find that. And then I put it in the cart, and then when I was turning to put it in the cart, I saw this, and this is marked Pensbury pottery, and this is usually orange. I'll put a picture of what the pottery usually looks like, and it's a wall pocket, and I thought it was different that it wasn't the typical orange colored pottery. It does have a tiny little chip, but I decided to get it anyway. This was in the original box, and it had the date on it of 1983, so I wanted to see what kind of shape this was in. This was really hard to get out of the box. I thought I could do it one-handed, and then I had to hand off the camera to Jenny because the cardboard in here was really, really stuck. And then I was invested. Jenny was like, just give it up, it's fine. You don't want it. I was like, no, we need to know what's in here. And then I decided to open it from the other end, and it came right out. It had the original price tag on it. Look, all this work. And now you want to know what it looks like, right? Some of you might have had one of these in your kitchen back in 1983. My mom did not, but it's cute though. It's a little mold. Isn't that sweet? I thought that was nice. We're getting so close to Christmas time that I have kind of stopped buying Christmas items because by the time that the item ships to you, I want you to be able to enjoy it before the Christmas holiday. But that would definitely be something that I would have purchased if we were back in November to give you time. Here I am being very sarcastic about, oh, look at all the things on this shelf. They had a nativity on there, and that was about it. Hopefully they were making room for more hard goods. So next time we're in here, we'll have to check out that section. They had added some shelving units over here on the left of a whole bunch of Christmas. So it was interesting that they had added these shelves since the last time we were there, but then had cleared off that other shelf. That just makes me think there'll be more treasures the next time we come. In this bag was a little tea set. It was in the shape of fruits. I thought that was kind of cute. I was looking for anything vintage, mostly from the 50s and 60s. You never know, they might just get thrown in here with the contemporary stuff, so you do have to kind of dig around, especially these shelves were so full. Then I noticed when I put this cute little seal back, or walrus, that's a walrus back, that they had put plexiglass on top of the shelving unit, so you didn't have to worry about anything falling through. I thought that was pretty smart. We usually don't see these type of shelving units in our Goodwills, so that was kind of different to see. It's the little things that make shopping at Goodwill interesting to me. Looking all the way around, showing you as well to see if there was anything unusual. And that's going to wrap up our trip here to the Ephrata Goodwill. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see ya.